Welcome back to NCERT class 8th chapter number 11 cell structure and function. Children, in the yesterday's class we learned about how many number of cells present in an organisms, and along with that we studied what is the shape of a cell and also size of the cells. Isn't it, children? With this knowledge, now in today's class we will move with the learning one more topic called that is cell structure and function. Children, we studied that different organisms consist of different kinds of organs. Means different organs are going to present in an organisms. Then how these organs are made up of? Generally, organs are made up of with the help of what? Tissues. Understanding, children, here? Tissues will give rise to organs. Then what are these tissues? A group of cells which will perform a particular function. Those are called as tissues. Isn't it, children? We know that organisms means they consist what? Organs. These organs, how they will form? By tissues. Then what are tissues? A group of cells, children. A group of cells which perform particular function. In this group, it may be more than 100 like that, children, because all together these cells will perform one particular function. For example, let us say a tissue which consists of 100 number of cells. Then each one of these cells will perform a same function, same work here. Isn't it, children? So, the cells which are present or which will constitute a tissue, they will perform same function. Means particular function. Isn't it, children? So, how these tissues are forming, children? By cells. So, cells are the main things to form tissues, or tissues will give rise to organs, and organs will give rise to organ system, or nothing but a organism. It means that the cells are acting what here? Main basic structure of an organism. So, we can say that the basic structural and functional unit of an organisms is what? Cell. Cells are the main things, children, in order to give one particular shape, structure, and also to carry out certain work, certain tasks, certain function. So, what is that? Cell is needed. So, the main meaning or definition of a cell says that it is a basic structural and functional unit of an organism. And in the same way, when you consider plant, children, in the plants also at different parts, different types of cells will be present. For example, when you take, this is what in case of a plant, isn't it? It consists of different parts. When you take root, in the root you will get a root cells. So, what is the function of a root cell, children? It has to absorb the water and the minerals, and it has to transport to different parts of the body. Isn't it, children? What the root cells will do? They will absorb water and minerals. Isn't it, children? And transport to different parts of the plant body. And when you take, children, the cells which are present in leaves, isn't it, children? This is one kind, this is another kind. The cells which are present in leaves are mainly helpful in preparing their own food. Means these cells are mainly involved in photosynthesis process, children. Isn't it, children? They will helpful in photosynthesis. Means preparing food. So, children, when you look at the plant, in the plants also different types of cells will be present, and each one of them will do a particular function. When you take root cell, their work is what? Their functioning is what? Absorb water and minerals from the soil, and it has to transport to different parts of the plant body. Similarly, when you take leaves cells, their main function is to carry out photosynthesis, means to prepare their own food. So overall, with this we can say that a cell will called as a basic structural and functional unit of any organisms, and a group of cells togetherly called what? Tissues. Understand, children? Children, now we will study parts of the cell. When you take a cell, children, imagine this is what? A cell, isn't it? And it have at the center one more circle-like structure. Generally, a cell will consist cell membrane, then cytoplasma, children, now we will discuss parts of cell. Means a cell will consist many number of parts in its, children, isn't it? So now we will see one by one. When you take a simple cell structure, children, imagine this is a cell. At the center you will find one more structure. Generally, a cell will consist cell membrane, cytoplasm, then nucleus. Isn't it, children? These are what? Main things which are present in any cell. This is what? A cell structure. The outer covering of the cell is called what? Cell membrane. Isn't it, children? What is this? The outer layer of a cell is called cell membrane. And here, inside the cell membrane, a fluid-like substance called jelly-like substance will be present, and it is called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm means it's a fluid, children, which is present inside the cell membrane. And at the center, circle-like structure called nucleus will be present. So, are you understanding, children? The three main things which are present in a cell are cell membrane. Cell membrane means the outer covering of a cell. Cytoplasm means fluid or jelly-like substance. Then nucleus. It is one main thing in order to control the activity of a cell. Main part of a cell which controls the activities of cell. So here, when we say or when we discuss about cell membrane, a cell consists the outer layer as a cell membrane, and inside the cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus will be present. So, cytoplasm and nucleus within the cell membrane is called plasma membrane. Plasma membrane means cell membrane with cytoplasm and nucleus. You know, children, this plasma membrane contains small pores like structure, and these structures are helpful in transporting the substances, children. Means in transferring materials or any substances inside the cell or out of the cell, isn't it, children? Means outside the cell. So we can say that a cell membrane is a main structure, main part of the cell, which will give one particular shape to the cell. Without this cell membrane, how the cytoplasm and nucleus will be present, children? So a cell membrane gives a definite or one particular shape to the cell, and it encloses cytoplasm and nucleus. When we talk in case of a plant's, children, that is when we say in case of a plants, along with this cell membrane, one more layer will be present, children, like this. Imagine this is a plant cell, and here you will get one more layer. At the center you will get a nucleus. This one more layer which is present in plants but absent in animals is what? Cell wall. You know, children, cell wall is absent in animals, present in plants. And this cell wall protects the plant body from... What is the function of cell wall, children? It is also one more layer or covering that is near to the cell membrane. It protects the cell organelles from high temperature. And also due to high wind speed. And also what? By atmospheric temperature, etc. Isn't it, children? Means these are all what? Climatical conditions. For different climatical condition, the cells or cell organelles of the plant were protected once again by what? Cell wall. Isn't it, children? For example, let us consider, children. We people during the cold days, what we will do? We wear sweaters, shrugs, shawls we will use. But the plants doesn't move, children. They has to protect from high temperature, high wind speed and atmospheric temperature. Then how it is adapting its body, children? That is what? By the help of a cell wall. This cell wall along with the cell membrane, it protects what? The different cell organelles of the plant body. Got it, children? The main function of a cell wall is what? To protect the cytoplasm and the nucleus and different cell organelles which are present in it. And this cell wall is absent in animals. What is this? This is absent in animals. Better you can take, children. Cell wall is absent in animals. Only we can find in plants. Isn't it, children? So, when we take a look of an onion peel, children, it shows the outer layer. This outer covering layer is what here? Cell membrane. And here a fluid you can find. Isn't it, children? A watery like substance. This is called what? Cytoplasm. And at the center you are going to find what? The nucleus. Isn't it, children? At the center you will find nucleus. And when you take cell, that is plant cell, you will find one more layer, that is what? Cell wall. And when you take under the microscope the cheek cells, children, it also consists what? A cell membrane, cell wall, that is a nucleus and a cytoplasm. These are what? A main basic things which are present in a cell. Understand, children? Cell membrane means outer covering of the cell which gives a particular shape to the cell. And cytoplasm is a fluid which is present between the nucleus and a cell membrane. With the nucleus along with the cell membrane togetherly we called what? Plasma membrane. And this plasma membrane have a pores which is helpful in transferring, nothing but a sharing of materials inside the cell and also to out of the cell structure. And in case of plants, we will get one more layer and it is called cell wall. Got it, children? This is all about what? Cell membrane. Now we will discuss one more a part of the cell, that is what? Cytoplasm. As I told earlier, cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance. Jelly-like substance present in the what? Cell membrane. Means inside the cell membrane, cytoplasm, a fluid like material will be, or fluid will be present, and it will give one shape to the cell membrane. And here cytoplasm, it even consists various components, children. Means different cell organelles will also present in this cytoplasm. For example, it contains different parts. Parts are nothing but here organelles, children, isn't it? Means parts are also called as organelles. Got it? So different parts like mitochondria, ribosomes, Golgi complex or bodies, etc. Isn't it, children? These are what different cell organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. When you go to higher classes, you can do a detailed study about mitochondria means what, ribosomes, and Golgi bodies means what. So children, just at this level, keep it in mind, cytoplasm is nothing but it is a jelly-like substance present in the cell, inside the cell. Okay, now we will take we will discuss about nucleus. Nucleus is the main thing, means it is what? Controlling of all the activities of the cell, children, isn't it, children? Generally, this is what? Main component of the cell, we can say. What is this? This is the main component. Component means here part of the cell. Why we will call? Because it will control all different functions, activities which are going inside the cell, children. Understanding? Okay. This nucleus, where it will be finding in the cell? At the center, children. Imagine this is the cell. At the center, generally a spherical or round shaped structure you will get, and it is called what? Nucleus. Understanding, children? Where you will get? Inside the cell, exactly at the center. Generally its structure is what? Spherical in shape, and it is present at center of the cell. And when we make a view under the microscope using the stains, children, we can look at what? The nucleus. Generally, this nucleus is covered by one more layer, that we call it as a nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane. Children, the layer which is present to the nucleus, which surrounds the nucleus, it is called what? Nuclear membrane. This nuclear membrane protects what? That is small structures which are present in the nucleus, like it might be a one chromosomes, isn't it, children? Generally, nucleolus will be present inside the nuclear membrane, and here this nucleolus will contain chromosomes, and chromosomes will contain genes, children. Children, these are what? Still smaller parts which are present in the nucleus, and these chromosomes are helpful in containing genes, and genes are nothing but a hereditary units, children. Means they are helpful in transferring the characteristics from parents to their children, nothing but a offsprings. Hereditary units. Understand the meaning of a hereditary unit, children. Means they are responsible for transferring the characteristics from parents to their offsprings. So the genes are present where? In the chromosome. This chromosome is present in nucleolus. Nucleolus is what? Surrounded by nuclear membrane. And this nuclear membrane what? It consists of what? Nucleus. So children, this is all about nucleus. And along with the controlling of containing the hereditary units, it also means nucleus is also helpful in control and coordination of the cell activities, children. The first main thing is it has to contain hereditary units, and this can be seen, children, only during the cell division time. The chromosomes can be seen during the cell division time. And the nucleus also helpful in controlling the all activities of the cell. So the main two functions we can write, children. The first one is controlling. The second is that is containing chromosomes. Nothing but genes, hereditary units it will contain, and also it controls the all activities of the cell. Now we will call this as a protoplasm. What we'll call, children? Protoplasm. You know what is mean by protoplasm? A protoplasm is a living component of the cell, we can say, children. It generally, a nuclear membrane with the nucleus and different cell organelles is called what? Protoplasm. It is also called as a main or living component of the cell. Living component of the cell, we can say. Got it, children? Nucleus is the main component of the cell. It is spherical in shape and it will find exactly at the center of the cell, and with the help of the microscope, when we look this nucleus, it consists one more layer surrounding it, that is called as a nuclear membrane. And this nuclear membrane inside nucleolus will be present. In the nucleolus you will find a chromosomes, and chromosomes inside you will get the genes. These are helpful in transferring the characteristics. So here, the togetherly with the nuclear membrane and a nucleus, we call the cell as a protoplasm. And protoplasm is a what? A main living component of the cell, we can say. Children, along with nucleus, cytoplasm and a cell membrane, a cell even consists what? Vacuoles. Vacuoles are nothing but a children, a small that is empty blocks, we can say. Empty blocks. In case of a plants, you will get these are of bigger in size. To store food material, in case of a cell, children, a bag like structure which is of a empty blocks, you can say, will be present. And in case of a plants, they are bigger in size. Whereas in case of animals, children, you will get vacuoles will be present but small in size. But they are of small in size. Understand, children? Vacuoles are nothing but empty blocks which are present in the cell. Their main function is to store the food. And in case of a plants, a cell consists a big empty block like structure in case of a plants. When we say in animals, the vacuoles will be small in size. The next comes plastids, children. You know, children, when we take a clear view of the cytoplasm of the cell, you will get some colored areas. You can say what? Areas. In the cytoplasm, you can find some colored areas. Generally, these areas will be scattered here and there, children. and those are called as plastids. Sorry, and the plastids will come with different colors. If the plastids are of containing green in color, green colored plastids are called chloroplast, children. Means generally they contain chlorophyll. Isn't it, children? Means the chloroplast will be present in a green colored plastids, and plastids are nothing but a different colored areas which is present in the cytoplasm of the cell. Suppose if the plastid is of a color green, means then it is called green colored plastids, nothing but a chloroplast. And this chloroplast is helpful in photosynthesis and also giving color to the green color to the plant body. Understand, children? Because of the presence of a chlorophyll in the plant body, what we can see in green. Isn't it, children? Whereas in case of a humans, our blood will be in a red due to hemoglobin. Got it, children? So in the plant body, the main function of a chlorophyll is what? To carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis and to give green color to the plant body. So children, this is all what? Different parts of the cell. And once again we will revise. It consists mainly cell membrane, cytoplasm and a nucleus at the center. Cell membrane is the outer covering of the cell. It gives one shape to the cell. And inside the cell membrane we will get a nucleus and a cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is what here? A fluid which is a jelly-like substance, and in that we can find different cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex or body, ribosomes, etc. And along with that we can have a what? Nucleus, vacuoles and plastids. Vacuoles are empty structures which we will find in case of a plants as a bigger inside. Means these are main function is to store food material, and plastids are nothing but a scattered area which we will find in a cytoplasm, and it contains what? Green colored plastid we will call what? Chlorophyll, and it is helpful in photosynthesis.